Hey everyone, I've been using the new 14-inch MacBook Pro since the day it dropped, and as a YouTuber, creator, photographer, designer, and small business owner, this laptop fits into so many aspects of my work and my life. And this video is a day in the life with the new MacBook Pro, brought to you by today's sponsor, Skillshare. The place to learn all the creative skills you've always been interested in. The first 1,000 people who join Skillshare with my link in the description get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. Explore your creativity today. It's the peak of winter here in Toronto. After the last few weeks of being mainly at home avoiding the winter storms and extremely cold weather, it was time to get out and get some work done. And today is a busy one. I've been whipping the G63 on loan from my friends at Mercedes for the last little while, and just gotta say, this is the dream car, and the snow and winter weather are no match for this beast. After parking, I hopped out to grab a quick coffee and get some work done outside on the patio with the MacBook. It is definitely a bit of a cold one, but it still feels very nice to be finally back on the patio even though it's the middle of the winter. I usually start most mornings by going through my inbox and replying to any business emails and answering any customer questions as well from my online store. And the MacBook Pro's keyboard here is excellent. It is an absolute joy to type on. After finishing up with my emails, I went into the Reminders app to plan out the rest of my day and things I have to get done. And of course, this list transfers over to my phone over iCloud. To get the creativity flowing for the rest of the day, I wanted to do a bit of work on a small creative side project I've been doing for the last few weeks now. I've been making these custom cassette tapes for some of my favorite modern albums, just kind of for fun. It's a fusion of modern art and classic technology. I make the covers in Adobe Illustrator and just simply print them out and fold them and stick them in the cassette cases. It's really a good thing to have little side projects that are kind of outside your usual realm of work. The cold was actually starting to get to me, so I decided to pack things up. After a quick outfit change, I met up with my friend, excellent filmmaker, and fellow YouTuber, the man himself, Patrick Tomaso, for a shoot we've been planning for the last few weeks. We're working on a pretty exciting top secret project which I can't really talk about just yet, but you'll be hearing about it pretty soon. The shoot went really well, and once we got all our shots, Patrick tossed me the SD card to transfer the clips over to my computer to review. And as simple as this feature is, I gotta say, having an SD card slot back on the MacBook Pro almost feels too good to be true. It's an amazing feature. We then went our separate ways, and for me, on to the next shoot of the day. I stopped at my friend Liam's place to pick him up for a bit of help with this shoot.
Hey, welcome. It's good.
But first, a quick lunch. We found this OG Italian spot that's been in the city for over 20 years, and it was everything we were hoping for. The food, the coffee, the music, the vibes, the staff, everything was excellent.
Hood breakdown. Let's see what kind of sandwich we got here. Oh my goodness. Just crazy. Stacks of eggplant, mushrooms, peppers. It's gonna be so wild. All right, I got the deli sandwich. Let me tell you, there's a lot of deli in this thing. That's a unit right there.
After a much needed lunch break, we sped off. We're working on a photo shoot for this company called Espresso. They make these super simple portable USB-C monitors, and I actually designed a wallpaper pack for their latest monitor launch as well, which will be available on their site pretty soon. But I also wanted to shoot a few photos for them showing their monitor in action. So Liam and I did some location scouting and found a few cool spots in the city to take some photos. There's still some edits to make, but I'm pretty happy with these. After we were done shooting, Liam helped me pack up all my gear. We have a big cookup schedule for this evening, so I'll see him a bit later. Time to head home and get some more work done. After settling in, I opened up the MacBook and got to doing a rough plan for a video I'm working on about my iPhone home screen setup. And if you're watching this, the video should be live by now. After setting up all my video gear, I got ready to shoot the on-camera A-roll portion of the video. Okay, so I just finished setting up my A-roll situation here for this iPhone setup video. We have my Canon 90D on this newer tripod, as well as my Sennheiser MKH416 and Zoom H4n. And then of course for lighting, we have the Aperture 120D2 and the Lightstorm Dome for a bit of diffusion. We also have my MacBook Pro down here with a few point form notes of what I want to talk about in this video. It just keeps me on track even though it is a very simple outline. At this point in the day, just about 2 o'clock, the battery was at around 80%, but there's still quite a bit of work to do today. Once I finished planning out my shot list, I then got to shooting the B-roll around my place for this iPhone video. Getting a variety of shots in different areas and really showcasing the iPhone setup through B-roll. As well as shooting the thumbnail for the video too, which, you know, I take pretty seriously. I then imported the files, shout out to the SD card slot once again, and got to work. Starting out with picking the main image I want to use for the thumbnail, cleaning up the photo, changing the background color, and adding a simple line of text. That looks good to me. And even handling this large raw photo, the MacBook has no trouble at all. Then, moving over to editing the video. I chopped up the A-roll and B-roll, and once again, the MacBook is not even breaking a sweat. No fans, super fast, no lag. This computer is invincible. After a few hours of Photoshop and Final Cut, the MacBook battery was at around 53%, which is not really too bad considering how much work I've done throughout the day, and most of it pretty intensive. There is still a bit more editing here to do, but I had to head out for the evening cookup with the boys.
Boys, that's good. Ready to cook up? Yes, sir. Let's cook up. Let's do it.
After picking up the boys, we hopped back in the whip and headed over to Liam's place to get cooking. We laid out all the ingredients and hit the Action Bronson cookbook to refresh ourselves on his recipe for cacio e pepe. And of course, put on some of his cooking videos on the laptop for a bit more inspiration while we work. And just like that, dinner is served. The snowstorm was starting to pick up a little bit, so it was time for me to head out for the evening. I'm also pretty exhausted after running around the whole day. Before heading to sleep, I wanted to catch up on the latest episode of Euphoria, so I opened up Crave on the MacBook and got to watching. Once the episode was finished, the MacBook battery was just under 30%, so I grabbed the MagSafe charger, which is super convenient, and plugged in the MacBook. Overall, it was a productive day, and the MacBook was a great sidekick for all my work. Tomorrow is another busy day. Good night. So that was a pretty busy day with my MacBook Pro. Now, this machine is truly incredible and can handle all the work I throw at it. And I'm never worried about pushing this machine too far, because any projects or ideas I have for videos or photos or designs, this machine can handle it. And with its excellent battery life and optimizations, I'm never worried about being too far away from a charger. Honestly, this laptop gives me the same energy as the original redesigned 2018 iPad Pro. It has this feeling of power and potential and really unlimited possibilities of what I can create with this computer. And I can't wait to see all the wild projects I make with this laptop over the next few years. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Think of a creative skill you've always wanted to learn or even expand your knowledge on. Maybe it's photography, graphic design, videography, video editing, animation, cooking, organization, productivity. Well, it's all on Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes about all the creative skills you've always been interested in learning. And all these classes are taught by incredible creative professionals. They're engaging, entertaining, and feature real-life projects you can actually practice the skills you learn along the way. And there's always new premium classes dropping that are completely ad-free because Skillshare wants you to focus on what's most important on their platform: learning. And there are so many great classes like this one from the man himself, Ali Abdaal. It's all about starting a side hustle and details why side hustles can be just so fulfilling and how to navigate the ups and downs of starting a new creative project. I'm working on a bunch of new small projects myself, and this class has been super helpful just how to move forward and create some incredible new things. The first 1,000 people who join Skillshare with my link in the description get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium, so you can explore your creativity today. Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And that's it. So tell me in the comments down below what you personally use your laptop or main computer for on a daily basis. Or if you have a special project that you've worked on recently on your computer that you're super proud of, I want to hear about it in the comments down below as well. Let me know. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, and thank you for watching.